for a threat. Hey, let's get it, bro. DOT, the money, power, respect. The last one is better. Say this a lot of goofies for the check. I mean, I hope them sentiments symbolic. My temperament bipolar, two violence. Hey, let's get it up. It's time for him to prove that he's a problem. Niggas clicking up, but they not feeling getting up 40 water. Tell them, yeah, get up with me. Fuck sneak this, first person shooter. I hope they came with 3 switches. I crash out like fuck rap this.
Guys, our membership is now open. Come check it out and join us. See you there.
7 of the Copyright Act 1976. Allowance is made for fair use for purposes such as criticism, comment, news reporting, scholarship, and research. Fair use is a use permitted by copyright statute that might otherwise be infringing. Non-profit, educational, or personal use tips the balance in favor of fair use.
Hey guys. I hope y'all are doing well today. It's time to come on in here and get to the conversation. We talking about Miss Peach McIntyre today. I have a big announcement, y'all. Y'all gonna want to hear this. This is just for Peach. Even the bird is excited over there, y'all. Even the bird is excited. I don't see nobody up in here. I guess y'all on y'all way. Sorry I did not give y'all a big notice. And yes, I'm out here in my bonnet, so y'all know what that means. It's some foolery and bullshit going on that we got to talk about. Now, I know tomorrow's a holiday, so we're going to be chilling tomorrow. We're not going to be, on the fugazi tomorrow. So we're going to go ahead and make it do what it do. I'm trying to put my phone on do not disturb because it always ring when I'm on live. So I put it on do not disturb. How y'all doing today? Let's see who I got over here. I got somebody over here. Hey, Mysterious. Hey, Tay Tay. Y'all, we finna get to the fugazi when it comes to this girl, Peach McIntyre. Now, as y'all know, every video we try to acknowledge a member of the Mish MObb. And today will be no different. So today our acknowledgement goes to Mimi. Hey Mimi. Hey Mimi. Y'all, it's something wrong with my throat. My little noise I be making on my throat just ain't coming out good. But thank you, Mimi, for supporting the channel. I mean, even when I first started doing YouTube, somehow we ended up on the phone, and ever since then we just been thick as thieves. I really appreciate you. I appreciate the way you support the channel, the way you support the people in the audience, your channel and mine. I just appreciate everything that you do and the motivation that you give me. And every time I quit YouTube, you be on the phone with me, ignoring me, or not on the phone. You be chatting with me and ignoring me, and I be feeling some type of way because she don't say shit. But I guess she feel like her ass to get it together, and I do eventually. So thank you so very much for just giving your time and attention. I really appreciate it. I hope you guys are not only a member over here, but are also a meteorite over on Planet Mimi. You see her channel name there. And again, as I said, I really do appreciate all that you bring to the table as a person who supports the Mish MObb. And we've had several new people pop on the scene here lately. And guys, I just want to thank y'all as new subscribers, and also let you guys know there are many ways to educate. To support the channel. There's many ways to support the channel. Number one, a simple like button, hitting the like button, that's supporting the channel. Becoming a subscriber is supporting the channel. And as you become a subscriber, you be sure to turn on your post notifications to make sure that every time we upload or go live, that you know. Another way to support the channel is we do have a membership here on Justmecmb, and becoming a member is a great way to support the channel. Our membership started just $1.99 a month. It allows you unlimited access to all the videos. Some of our videos are still private. Some, are in the membership, but some are still public, but they will all eventually be a part of our membership to get unlimited access as a member. But as we put them out, you will see them, there. But yeah, so that is a way to support the channel as well. We thank each and every one of you just for taking the time to come over here, and y'all also sharing my videos does support the channel. So keep that in mind. As y'all come in, if y'all will, please hit that like button. Let me give y'all a second or two to hit the like button while I get me some water.
I touch that 5 for you. I do that 3, but
So today we're talking about Peach McIntyre. Y'all, I really feel like people give this girl too much of a pass. Too much of a pass for being ignorant. Too much of a pass for exuding all the stupidity that she exudes. Just too much of a pass for being a negligent mom. Just too much of a pass. I understand that a lot of people, especially aspiring content creators, look at her, they look at her earnings that she's made in the past and think, oh, wow, great. Yeah, that does make her one of the few who have made over $1 million on social media. She is one of those people, let's be honest. But what she is not is a motherfucker that got some goddamn sense. And people need to hold her accountable for that. Just some of the shit she do and say be cray. Just be cray. Cray, cray, cray. You know what I mean? Just is. Mysterious, you say, I'm here. Thank you, boo. Thank you, boo. You said you heard she said she's not worried about getting an STD from Wood. She should be worried about getting the house in Virginia. And you ain't never lying on that, baby. If she ain't worried, I don't know why. She dumb as hell, especially let her tell it, honey, he's spreading it wide all outside. So I'd be worried. Damn sure would be. I mean, yeah, he do too much. If he does what she says, because people and their characteristics are consistent. So, with that being the case, that means that if she is a liar, she's a motherfucking liar. If she doesn't, oh, if she will manipulate, she's a manipulator. So you have to expect people to do what you know they will do. So we got to expect her to lie. We got to expect her to manipulate and all the things. So that's just that on that. And I just really wish, we're going to look at a few videos that she put up, a couple of shorts and different things. And you just have to be, you have to expect from her what she shows. She shows that she's a woman who really isn't mentally all there. So you need to understand that. You need to understand that this lady could at any moment do the craziest of whatever. A lot she's going online saying that her doing whatever to Wood's car, that's not true. Okay, if it's not true, why even speak on it? Why laugh about it? Why talk about it? What, to turn it into content? Is that what she's doing? It could be. It could be, her goal. Or she could be deflecting. Now, some of the Mish MObb expect, not Mish MObb, excuse me, her peach patchers expect they treat her like she's above even them. A woman who sat here and put her children out there and say, I realize they can't read. How the hell they live in the house with you? How the hell are they with you every day and you not know their intellectual capacity? That's where the focus should be. Some kids can't read. Some kids don't get enough time and attention to be able to read. Like it's all kind of ways that that situation could occur. Nobody's dogging the fact that her kids can't read. They're dogging the fact that you, as their mother, sitting up here talking about, I realized. What you mean you realize? You mean you because you should have knew from the beginning to the end. So we're finna go over here and look at a few of these videos. Yeah, she keeps repeating herself every day on her live. I ain't gonna lie. Most of the time, if Peach go live, Peach is trying to sell something, and I, for one, do not pay attention because I ain't her target audience. I'm not a person who thinks that she has something special to offer. I'm not a person who is stupid enough to think that she's smarter than the average bear. I'm just not. I'm not none of that. So yeah, we're not, we not no dummy over here. So we not even finna act that way. Hey, San. Let's jump on into this first little short that she put up talking about black women yet again. Girl is just, I don't know, Peach is off. Like, and the sad thing is she often don't even realize she off. Now, crazy. They always say crazy people don't worry about being crazy. They got better shit to do, and that may be true. But some people have deficiencies and don't even realize that they have deficiencies. Quite frankly, I feel like that's Peach's situation because she's a whole weirdo in these streets. She just is for no damn reason. And it's really sad because children have to rely on her for their care. The same children who are out here that she is basically using for content by saying they can't read, she put them in that position. Not only that, she consistently doxes her own children. She tells you their location. She tells you where they're going to school. She shows how close it is. And then at the same time, she tells you what school they go to. It's like, girl, what are you trying to do for real? The shit is scary. She's really thrown off. I can't understand why they keep giving her money. She's getting the money because of the views. Nobody's giving it to her. She's putting the videos out. But the thing is, why is DFAX not more concerned about those kids and their well-being? Why is the dad not more concerned, you know, about the whole situation? I just really feel like they need to do better when it comes to that, especially her and the safety of her children. Like it is really it's not a good look. But whatever. Let's go ahead and jump into this video.
Just think about how I grew up. Like, we real deal would pick on people for getting the help that they need, and it was taught. I think that it's very sad that in the poor black community, low income.
Now, even the way she said that, in the poor black community, low income, you mean in the low income black community where people happen to probably be poor. That's what you should have said. I mean, and it's not even a matter of having a perfect dialect or whatever, but it's just saying words together that make sense. And I don't think that it's just she's completely stupid. I just think that it's her ignorance that makes her talk that way.
Black community in the hood, the ghetto, that you getting help is laughed at. Like, me realizing my kids can't read. Like,
The negative in that statement isn't that the kids can't read. The negative in the statement is that your dumb ass didn't know that from the beginning and you they fucking mama. Cause shouldn't nobody be able to tell you anything about your children that you don't already know, except I'm gonna say one thing. no, two instances that should be the case. Number one, medical situations, because you're not a doctor. That goes without saying. But the second place that you should be able to be educated about your own children is when it comes to their teachers. Their teachers should have given you that idea. Y'all, I just seen a story on Instagram today. 2,000 kids in the state of Alabama is having to repeat the third grade because of reading fundamentals. They are unable to read up to a level of third grade. So they got to stay there until they get it. Now, I get that they don't like flunking people, but if that's what you deserve, like, you need to wear that. Not for a badge of dishonor, but because they want to make you strong enough. They're saying, we're going to take a time out here. We're going to let you repeat this grade so that we can make sure that when you get to the next grade, you are successful. According to Peach, they are just letting her kids go because that's the only way that it makes sense that her kids be moved to another grade, but then all of a sudden they can't read. Peach, where you been all this time? You got a 7-year-old. You got what, 3 in elementary school, 1 in high school, and hell, the one that needs that help most of all, Choice. We don't even see him no more hardly. Why he ain't in school? She don't drop him off. His brother ain't dropping him off, and his daddy ain't dropping him off. So it's like she's just purposely creating a group of people who will forever be dependent on something or someone. She's doing that purposely. That's what I see. And it's absolutely asinine. Peach's stupidity will ruin her children and their future. You're right. You're right. You're so right, Nearly. And hey, love. Hey, ex lady. Hey, Angel, did I speak? If I didn't, hey, boo. Why do they keep paying for classes? Is crazy. Just to teach them how to journal. People should already know. Yeah, you open up a piece of paper and you write down your thoughts. That's journaling. Boop, that's it. I just taught the whole class for free. But I don't know why. I don't know why people do that. And then she's got something, what is it, get it together with Peach or some other thing that she's going to start teaching. And the thing about that is, how y'all allowing a person whose life is so messed up to be your mentor, to mentor you in anything? See, everybody looks at the situation and feel like if I take her class, my financial situation will emulate her. Baby, she done got kicked out the best and worst of places. That's what you want? Because if you want to sit here and be honest and say this person has something to offer me, they're going to offer you what they got, which is some bullshit. I mean, it just is what it is. Right. That is why she has so much to talk about when it comes to these lackluster uh living situations. Is because that's where she still is. A millionaire still broke and hustling with addiction, can't advise me on anything. Right, right. Honey, you done said a mouthful. Peach always just talking and talking and talking about dumb shit and projecting on others, but it's really about her. It is. I say that a lot. The things that she say about this primitive black woman, she's really looking in the mirror, because 50% of the people in her circumstances, situation, and all the things, these women don't really exist in her life because she don't know a lot of people. She doesn't have a lot of people that's a part of her world. Even her mother, who came from the streets, literally, is not living the life that Peach lives.
Like my kids need help, and I can't teach them because I also need help.
And you knew that when you had 3 kids. You knew that when you had 5 kids. But now you have 9 kids. 9 kids that you never want to be with. And there's something else that I noticed. We've seen a lot of situations to where Wood and her have had issues when it comes to the kids. When she says, "Oh, Wood won't take them to school. Wood won't do this. Wood won't do that." But the fact of the matter is, y'all, a lot of times she don't do it either. She doesn't want to be home with the kids. If she did slash the tires, it's because Wood left Friday and then come home to Saturday. No, excuse me, Sunday. That's the story on the streets. He just went and took him a woosah moment from all of them. And it's allowed. All the time we tell moms to get your break, have you a village and all. But the fact of the matter is we tell moms that, but she act like a dad don't need the same thing. You want to say it's easy being a parent? Well, bitch, be the parent then. You said it's easy.
And then going to get the help is funny. Meanwhile, now that I'm getting the help, I'm seeing like this is literally what you're supposed to do.
No shit, Sherlock. Now this is my question. Who the fuck is laughing? I doubt that people in her comments are laughing that the kids can't read. I'm pretty positive, just like a lot of us probably thought when she first said this stupid bitch literally sat up there and let her kids fall into this rut. They're not laughing at the kids, they're ridiculing you, and you're deflecting the attention to the kids as if that's the situation. See, even the bird said that's some bullshit.
As a parent and a person, especially an adult person, when you see that you're weak
And it's called adult, not adult. It's not an adult, it's adult. Maybe you can't understand things from a phonics position, because then you know it's adult. Adult, I mean, not adult. It's adult.
in a certain area, you're supposed to get the help so that you can become better and then
Now, why is that something that you had to realize? Why wasn't that just a form of self preservation and a form of mothering? When your children have needs, you fulfill their needs. It is a need to read and write. In this world we live in, we need to know how to read and write. So, being that we need that, it should have been a no brainer to get that. And you didn't have to have money to get that. I mean, let's keep it real. You didn't have to have money to get that. You could have did that from the hood.
become the best. When I'm in tutoring now, I see not that many people that look like me.
Okay, let's talk about that, because baby, she got me over here, baby, ready to jump up and down and put my dukes up on that shit. Because she's basically saying that people of color don't put the effort in to educate, to make sure their kids get what they need. Baby, let me tell you something. My goddaughter, um, she didn't have an issue with reading per se. She had an issue with speech. So she needed a speech therapist, which she got from school. Okay. With that, there was a period of time that she went to stay with her grandmother in Hawaii. When I tell you her grandmother paid $1,000 a month, I believe, for her. No, 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 no. It wasn't 1,000. I think it was $1,000 for 4 months for her to go to a specialized program for kids like her. It's almost like they went to school in the morning and she went to school in the afternoon. She did it to not only be a refresher for her daughter, or her granddaughter rather, but she did it so that her baby could get not only where she needed to be, but ahead of the game. There are plenty of people of color, of all colors, who educate and who put in the effort to make sure their kids get what they need. Not every woman out here is chasing behind a man trying to lick his ass. That's just not what they're doing. They may have a man that they're in love with. May have a man that, they'll go to the ends of the earth with, but they equally would do the same for their children. See, you're looking at it from your perspective. And you want to sit here and say this is why the poor stay poor. Sweetie, you done made $1 million and you are more money challenged than probably half of the people who look at you and watch your content. And that's just that on that. Baby girl. Now, I don't even know how to add. I don't even know how to add with that statement. Girl, parents in classes. Bitch, what? I thought she had a college scholarship, but she chose to raise her kids and be a family with wood. That's exactly what she said. And that's my point, Jennifer. A liar is gonna lie. Why believe everything they say? Because they a fucking liar. They will lie. I mean, geesh. She can't even say A-E-I-O-U properly, and I'm laughing, but geesh. But you're laughing not because not just simply because she can't say it. You're laughing because this bitch got the nerve to get up here. And y'all, I said I was gonna try to stop cursing as much because I don't know, that's just a part of my language. And I'm gonna work on that, y'all. But she gets up here and she ridicules, she dogs, she insults, and all the things. Yet she can't read. That's what makes you laugh. Cause it's like you be thinking the audacity of this hoe. That's what you be thinking. She don't. You can tell that by what. Not only did she show us the school they go to, not only did she show us that they go to Silver Hills, which is not too far from the school, honey, she took her phone and diagrammed it out as if she wants a situation for her children that she wants somebody to mess with them. And it's scary to me, to be quite honest, especially with as big of an audience of people and as controversial this young lady is. The fact that she'll put her kids out there like that, man, to me, that's neglectful. How about her talking about buying her a church when her house not even paid for? House paid for, she ain't got no damn house. She a renter just like a lot of people are. Oh, okay, I see what you're saying. Thank you, Ocean Bay. A married commune property. Girl, child boo. And that community, that marriage, and all the above have absolutely nothing. Y'all, it's taking too long for my doggone water to thaw out. I put it in the freezer. I might need to go get the other one. Anyway, let's jump back over here.
I don't know. Maybe it's because you guys are the most educated. I see other.
There are a lot of people. Now, here's the thing. Peach gets up every morning, 3, 4 o'clock in the morning, to get her kids ready to drive them from wherever she currently lives to Lakewood Ranch to go to school. She is in a community where there aren't a lot of black people for whatever reason. Now, most of the people that have at-home moms and high earning thresholds, a lot of those women, they homeschool for the most part. Even the Henrys, I talk about them here on the channel sometime. They homeschooled. Now that they're in Houston, I know her older daughter is actually going to school. Now, I don't know about the rest of them, but I know the older one is. That could be why she doesn't see a lot of kids that look like her children and herself. But you are going into a neighborhood where you're not the prominent being. You're not in a neighborhood of middle class. You're probably in a neighborhood where people have higher earning thresholds. You just happen to find you an apartment that allowed you to go to the school, and you want to make it seem like you guys are something that you're not. That's why your kid's still over there, home. Don't do us. We ain't no damn fool. We know better.
Other people that don't look like myself and my children, and they're literally getting help that their kids need, doing whatever they need to do for their kids to thrive. And I just think about how I grew up. Like, we real deal would pick on people for getting the help that they need, and
that's who you are, sweetie. That's who you are. And that's something you were taught. Now, could it be from your mother? It could be. Could it just be from the neighborhood of children that y'all just was some mean motherfuckers because of the y'all living situations? That could be the same as well. The fact of the matter is, you guys chose to be who you were. Children don't come out the womb being that. They are taught to be that type of individual. They're taught to be bullies. They're taught all of that. That's not some everyday, oh, I'm just gonna be this because I ain't got, because it's the thing to do. That's not what that is. She ain't got shit, and Wood ain't married to her. Yeah, she ain't got no home. Not one that she buying, that's for sure. Well, there is a marriage license out there for the two of them. That's for sure. It's been shown before. But I mean, that don't mean that they still married. Now, I've seen a divorce filing. I've never seen the marriage certificate anywhere other than when someone else showed it. I haven't seen it as an official document, but they're allegedly married. That's the allegation. Hey, Cece. Hey, Kiara.
Was taught to us by our own parents. Our own parents would pick on us and want to whoop us for needing help. And that's so crazy. But then I think about it, I say, that's why they some poor motherfuckers.
You calling your mama a poor motherfucker, but yet your mother is more stable than you are. Hell, if you out there acting a donkey wherever you living now, you're going to turn around and be in a situation that you ain't going to be where you at. And quite frankly, let's keep it real. The only reason that you have your house, and she alleged she paid her mortgage for the 12-year term. By that being the case, if that's the case, the only reason she was able to do that is because she gave birth to twins in December by emergency C-section. Those views gave her the money to do that. Let's be honest. But even with that, she's still walking around here looking like a crab by the head. Look how her kids be looking. Look how nappy they damn hair being. And that don't have nothing to do with, oh, I'm not worried about their hair, so I'm just worried about this, that, and that. You laid up and had a bunch of kids and you did not learn to take care of them. Your mother was not okay with you looking raggedy. Your mother kept your hair combed. She wanted to keep your body clean. And I say that because you say you peed in the bed and all these things. You had a smart ass mouth. Your mama was sick of you. So she whooped your tail because she was tired of you acting the way you act. And I guess she thought you could do better. That's why she was chastising you, so that you can do better. She wasn't chastising you, I would assume, because she was making fun of a person who couldn't do certain things. If your child got a weak bladder, it's one thing that they have a weak bladder. It's another thing that they just lazy, don't get up and pee in the bed. I don't know if there's a difference, like a real big difference, or is it that you just know your child and know better? Because sometimes kids, what they will do. You know how the way they act. Like when they have an accident, the expression and the way they react to that situation tells you a little bit about the kid. She was a real deal child and real deal picked on. Her husband had an adult. Wait a minute. She was a real deal child and she real deal picked on her husband as an adult. 600 hallway came from Peach. Right. Right. But yet she's still with that motherfucker. So how does that make you better than him? That's your equal because he your split apart. He your other half. So if he was 600 hallway, so were you. Everything you say is the truth. She judges other mothers and blames childhood. She's living in housing. I mean, she did all of that. Yeah, not having both parents, single mother, her mama, my mama, my goodness. I mean, she has so much to say in a negative way You're right, but she is the textbook example of most of the negativity that she talks about. She is. And I mean, if she weren't such a hypocritical individual, people probably wouldn't have the impression. But the fact that you go around here talking about black people and everybody's a whore and this and that, and your son in jail getting effed and all of that, if she wasn't that person, people wouldn't treat her the way she treats her. They react and rise to her level of intellect. If she being petty, they be petty. And see, she can dish it, but she can't take it. That's why she wants to say she's criticized and try to make herself a victim. But you know what though, and that's I mean I agree to a certain extent because he's still there. He wants something over there. And now I get that men will use you for a place to stay, and that could be it. I mean, just for real. Right. She created the ignorance, the lackluster disposition, the risk factor, all of that is created by her for her kids. She's even showing us daycare centers that she's trying to put her little kids in, almost like she wants somebody to come up on them. I mean, it's crazy. Hey, did I speak, Ocean? Hey, love. Yes. When she was moving from where she was moving from an eviction situation. So she had 12 months, and she was, when she said she was looking for a place, she had 12 months of her rent money that she would pay up front so that someone would take a chance on her. She was being evicted. So because she was being evicted, you weren't gonna just go from where she was to a decent place. Even the hood would have probably said no to Peach because she was being evicted. So she supposedly paid her entire 12-month rental agreement up front. She is not paying a mortgage. She is paying rent. Or are you saying I said that? Did I say mortgage? Is that what you mean? If I did, she's correct. She didn't pay 12 months mortgage. She paid 12 months rent to be in wherever she is. That is the allegation. But women on Section 8 most likely have children that can read, write, and have manners. Right. They dress them decent. They comb their hair. They make sure they have on shoes that they can fit. They make sure that they are clean, well dressed, well mannered, all the things. And they have a support system of people that they can live, love, laugh, and grow up with. That is the everyday in most neighborhoods, no matter the economic status in the neighborhood. That's usually what it is. They will know all her mom, all their mother's dirt, and all of the secrets and what really went on. They will be able to tell when she said she was a millionaire and didn't have $1,000 in the bank. Like, she doesn't realize that she is painting a picture and writing uh, a story or a storyline for her kids to come up and basically make a shit ton of money talking about her ass. And let's be honest about it, baby. We all gonna be listening because it's all things that we feel anyway that we would be seeking confrontation on. So just the fact of them conversating about her is going to be something that will garner attention. You said your oldest son struggled with learning. He had leukemia from 3 and went through 5 years of chemo, 22 spinals, and I feel bad now that he's grown, but the meds affected the way he learned. And you know what? A lot of people have a passage or a road that they have to travel. It's not always a beautiful thing. That's why I don't believe anybody's ridiculing her kids for getting help, or they're ridiculing her as a mom for having to wait this far down the line to get the help for the kids. That's what they're ridiculing. They're not ridiculing the kids, I would assume. Some people may be, but I doubt the vast majority are. Right. And you know what? As a mom, he probably needed extra attention. Like you said, the medication affected him. Not only that, that's a physical toll his body had to go through. And because of these things, um, because of that, it affected his learning. But as a mom, you probably made sure that he still got what he needed. He just needed to get it a different way. No two people are the same, even twins. She's the reason they potty trained and talk gibberish. Yeah. Hey, Kiki. You said her income is based on the what? Oh, on the very people that she puts down. Girl, you done said it there, because that is so true. You talk bad about people, but these are the people you need. If these people don't watch you, you don't get paid. Period, point blank, in the story. I don't. I feel like it's gonna be McIntyre and Gorgeous. Hey, Cheryl. She's putting down the very people that she's depending on for her lifestyle, and that's diabolical to me. It is. It is crazy.
I think that is very.
Okay, so we've seen that entire video.
No, I can't read and my kids can't read either. We're all right, Peach Patch. We ended up making it here at 3:57. I wiped Amazing's face, so now I'll hold your backpack.
She went.
No, I can't read and my kids can't read either.
She
I
went.
think that is very sad that in the poor Black community, low income.
She went to a parent teacher conference. She said this is the first time she's ever done that. Like, the shit that she do and don't do be crazy to me. Let me see. Okay, now here's another one that I thought was diabolical. Um,
I want to tell you something. Depression is a choice.
Now let's talk about that. The fact that she said that to me was crazy. Depression is a choice. Like, people wake up and aspire to be depressed. I am diagnosed with major depressive disorder. Sometimes I'm so tired that I can barely move, even though I also suffer from insomnia. So a lot of times when y'all sleep at night, turning over slobbing, I'm laying here listening to the noise, wishing I was asleep. I take medication for sleep, but sometimes it's still hard for me to go to sleep because of my depression. Honey, I think she already poor again, if you ask me, Cece. But I say that to say, and honestly, I used to come on here and I used to be like, oh, I got this going on. Oh, I got that going on. I couldn't do this. I couldn't do that. But the fact is, I had to stop myself from doing that. My problem is my problem. Y'all don't come on here to listen to me talk about my problems. Y'all come on here to listen to the commentary. So a lot of times when I don't feel well or whatever, I don't talk about it. You know what I mean? And it just is what it is. I want us to connect over the common interest of the story. I don't want us to, like how some people say, trauma bond. That's what that could be. If you come on here, oh my God, she's sick, she this, she that. That's what it could be, and I don't want that for myself or this channel or the subscribers. I want you to come here because you enjoy being here. You enjoy listening to me talk, not the fact that I've spent the last 24 hours with my blood sugar over 300. Like, that's not something that I want you worried about. it may be the truth, but and I'm just putting it out there only because I'm making an example of uh that the things in life that we deal with aren't our choice most of the time. It's our situation. It is not our choice. And the fact that she says that just it just exemplifies the level of ignorance. Now remember, this is the same woman who said that there was a period of time that she did not want to be here. And because she did not want to be here, um so what we gonna tell her? That was your choice. Basically, oh well. I mean, who the fuck would say that? You know? That shit is crazy to me. It just really is. Thank you, Cheryl, for the super chat, love. I really appreciate that. I appreciate all of y'all. And I enjoy doing this so much. Even with a lot of times people with depression, it's hard for them to enjoy things. But I still, this is something that I look forward to talking to y'all. I enjoy it. I enjoy having it. And I see it as a privilege. That's why I try, even when I don't feel like it sometimes, to make sure that I come on here and be consistent for you guys, because it's a privilege, in my opinion, to have the right to come and spend time with you all, to talk about things, to give my perception. And because I have depression doesn't mean that I don't have common sense or that I don't know things or that I haven't lived life. You know what I mean? So it's just her saying that is crazy to me. It just really was.
You're choosing that. Stop. Come here.
This girl just her ignorance level is unmatched. It just really is. Right. And hold on, let me see if I can pull it up.
I want to tell you something.
Boom. Look at that neck, y'all. Look at her neck.
Depression.
Boom. That's a better shot. Let me see how y'all seeing it. Look at that. Yeah, and she's a published author, but she claims that Chabu, she better go on somewhere. It was written so poorly, probably so. Girl, crazy. But the fact that you can't read, but you got a high school diploma, how the hell did that happen? She's beyond delusional. And hey, Madam Hillary, she's beyond broken as well. Right, right, Ocean. There are some things in life that's a choice, but mental illness is not a choice. Just like they consider gambling an illness. That's a choice. But she act like she can't stop. So I mean, but is it a choice? That addictive nature in her, I'm sure she didn't just decide that's what she wanted for herself. So that's not a choice. The fact that she said that was just crazy. Thank you. Thank you. I appreciate that. Depression is not a choice. Yeah. But yet she just finished talking about people making fun of her, but she's kind of underhandedly making fun of others. House in Virginia is HIV, love. When people say you got a house in Virginia, they're saying HIV. I hope it's not illegal to say that on here. Not illegal, but you know what I'm saying. Yeah. That's the only child that no one has seen or heard anything about recently. So I don't know. I know one day she was recording and she was like, I had to bring Choice with me. as if he hadn't been out the house. If he had ABA therapy and therapy, whatever other therapies that are offered for children in his position from a young age, it would have been so helpful for her and for them all as a family. It would have helped him talk better. There are kids that have autism that are very high functioning, and that's because they get help early on. Look at Holly Robinson Pete's son. Baby, from the second he was diagnosed with autism, he was in some type of therapy. And I think that kid is in college and, can take care of himself independently. Yeah, the way she lives her life, it is hard to believe a person like that can be happy. It really is. And I agree with your assessment there, Lee. And hey, Lee. Hey, Ken. Hey, love. I hope you're doing well today. She does very much so have a project mindset. She does, and it's sad. Right. I mean, if we listen to what she's saying, hell, cancer is a choice. Let her tell it. I mean, everything in life is not a choice. Right. If you have a actual depression, there are all kinds of depressions. There's situational depression, yeah, clinical depression. I mean, some people get in a depressive state when they have bad things go on. It's still a form of depression. It just may not be a permanent form. People with major depressive disorder, that's why it's called a disorder. They don't control it. That's my diagnosis. They even are there people that have psychosis with their depression. There is so much out there. And for her unintelligent behind to speak on that is just really, it's irresponsible. And that's how she lives her life. She is not a responsible individual. So let's go to this next one.
Aware that everybody isn't like me. Some of you guys didn't have a mother who was a teen mom who had 3 kids by 3 different men. And
Now, let's talk about that. You want to come out here and say that, but you're not saying it because you're saying that you overcame some odds. You're simply saying that because you want to, again, throw your mother under the bus. You are trying to use that as an insult to your mother. And the fact that you need to down someone to make yourself feel good about yourself is delusional. It's diabolical. It's crazy. Whatever your mother went through, when you turned 18, you did have a choice there on who you became. I've seen situations to where people went through things with their parent and they decided you don't get to control where I end up. I control that. I get that I may have come from a path that's going to make me getting where I want to be harder, but it's not making it impossible. She's just really trying to do her mother a certain type of way here. And I just, that is why she'll never get anywhere because of the person she is
she also
inside.
dropped out of high school. And she also verbally abused you, called you stupid, dumb, fat hoes, dumb bitches, retarded bitches your whole life. I'm aware that some of you guys actually had moms who liked and loved you, gave you hugs, kisses, high fives, and I'm proud of you. I'm aware of that. I am also aware that some of you are not like me. Your dad did not have 22 children, allegedly, by 16 or 17 different women, allegedly. I'm not like y'all. I understand that some of you guys had a daddy that saw you every day versus someone like me who had a dad who lived in the same city as them but would go years without seeing them. Not because he couldn't and my mom was holding me hostage, but simply because he didn't want to. He didn't give a shit. I'm aware that some people, black people, have it different. I understand that I'm not y'all kind of people.
Now, she said her mama was holding her hostage. have she ever considered that maybe it was a reason her mother at some period or time in her life did not allow her father around? Maybe it wasn't best for her. I mean, everything that she says about her mother um could be true or it could not be true. But I think that her mother did the best she could with what she knew. That still don't mean she did everything right. Let's just call a spade a spade. A lot of people go through situations like that, but you're saying that as if that makes you what? So you're using your mother's situation to say this is why I am who I am and how I am. Because if you are, you're a lying, manipulative bullshitter. Because you are who you are because that's who you chose to be, and vice versa.
And y'all not mine. So when I talk about my black experience as a black girl from the projects who grew up in low income, raised by Tampa Housing Authority through the public housing and Section 8 system, food stamps, WIC.
Baby, that's where you live. That's wasn't who raised you. The Tampa Housing Authority didn't raise you. Your mama raised you while living in the project. Like her whole association with things are so off. How the hell the Tampa projects raise you? Because if the Tampa projects raised you, then that means that everything you done said about your mother is a lie. She wasn't the bad mama. The Tampa projects was, because you're saying you're not even giving her credit for raising you, making sure you were clothed and fed and all the things. Even as a young, impoverished woman who got up at 4 o'clock in the morning and walked to work down the highway because she didn't want to stay in the streets and she wanted better for y'all because she knew what she was doing was wrong. She still managed to get you name brand this and buy that and all the things like, but now it's Tampa housing. That's how you feel.
Medicaid my whole life, I am aware that not all black people are like that. But the vast majority of black people that I know are like that.
That's what you need to say every time you make these inferences. The people I know are like this. Why? Because I chose to stay around this type of people. This is where I chose to be. This is what I choose to accept. This is how I choose to talk. Those things you can change. It's a choice there.
So I talk about them, I talk about us, I talk about my experience.
But that's not what you say. Y'all black people is hoes. Y'all pussy this is and blase blase that. That's what you say.
I am fully aware that some of you guys had a daddy that saw you every day versus someone like me
Sorry about
who
that,
had a
guys.
dad who lived in the same city as them but would go years without seeing them. Not because he couldn't and my mom was holding me hostage, but simply because he didn't want to. He didn't give a shit. I'm aware that some people, black people, have it different. I understand that I'm not y'all kind of people and y'all not mine. So when I talk about
I'm gonna say something. She said her daddy wasn't held hostage. He just didn't want to see her. Now let's be honest. A child can't help who they are. A child can't help how they are. So yes, they said Peach had a smart ass mouth. Did nobody want her around? But really, that shouldn't have been the case. They should have loved her in spite of those things, the way God loved us. But this is the same father that when Peach's brother Pierre, that ended up being Akasha, when his mother, whatever happened to his mother, Pete went and got Pierre. He went and got his child and he raised his child. Whether he was in the streets or not, who the fuck cares? Because honestly, it doesn't have a long term effect on Peaches because Peaches wasn't in his house. And it didn't have a long-term effect because um who she was who she was. Why would he not want to parent you or be around you, but he went out of town and got that kid and raised that kid because it was what was needed? Now, it don't matter if he felt needed or not, because Peach was his kid. But at the same time, I just really feel like sometimes she be misrepresenting her parents in some of the things they did. Not all. I know everything this girl say ain't no lie. I mean, whether now it may be a different interpretation than other people have, but it don't make it a lie. That's her perception. But what do y'all think about that? Because he did go and get Akasha and raised Akasha. So, I mean, that kind of speaks directly different than what she had going on.
We sure are. Look at this
About my black experience as a black girl from the projects who grew up in low income, raised by Tampa Housing Authority through the public housing and Section 8 system, food stamps, WIC, Medicaid, my whole life. I am aware that not all black people are like that, but the vast majority of black people that I know are like that. So I talk about them. I talk about us. I talk about my experience. If you can't relate, great. Be grateful. My kids won't be able to relate to me. This one right here don't understand. I get it. Now, let's do some social observations. I am fully aware
Oh my God, I'm so sorry, y'all. My phone rung. My granddaughter was on the phone, and I hit the button to tell her to hold on. I'm sorry. I was saying that first of all, let me know that y'all can hear me now. Um but I was just saying that uh, it is not a child's responsibility to reach out to a parent. However, if she needed more from her dad, she maybe could have gotten that. He did what he had to do for his other child. So, I mean, maybe if he knew that she wanted to see him more, he would have been around more. I mean, it's not her job to tell him, but it is if you have a need and you need that need met, you may have to speak up. So she's just using this story to manipulate people, to make people feel sorry for her. I mean, that's what she do. Hold on. Also, somebody mentioned Jack and Jill. Yeah, she's not the target audience for that company. Her daughter will never be a part of it. I hate to say, but yeah, she's not the person. And honestly, it has nothing to do with the daughter. It has to do with Peach. So she can get that up. Yeah, she's the one that needs the help while she's trying to talk about other people. You're right. So let's go to the next one.
Really in my comments talking about, so you can't read? You really can't read? Bitch, you know how to motherfucking read. I was being funny, but then I have to remind myself, Peaches, you know everybody's elevators don't go to the penthouse. Is y'all really in my comments talking about, so you can't read? You really can't read? Bitch, you know how to motherfucking read. I was being funny, but then I have to remind myself.
But how do people? Oh, I didn't mean to hit that. How do people know that she is not being serious? We don't know that. Now, this is the last video we're gonna look at right here.
All y'all keep saying
Let me go back to the beginning because I want y'all to hear it. This girl is crazy.
I need to take my hair down. It's all lint on my braids and stuff. I took out one braid and I look a hot mess. I look like I'm depressed and I just need to take my hair out. This is why my husband be cheating on me, because I look like this. I was thinking. I was really thinking long and hard. This is the perfect opportunity for me to charge somebody to do my hair. So if you would like to do my hair or my makeup or my lashes or my nails, you could pay me. I think I'm gonna charge $169. That's one of my favorite numbers. $169. If you would like to take my hair out, do my hair, do my makeup, or my nails, you pay me $169. I'll go ahead, make you a video, you make your video. I look cute, hopefully. Hopefully. And we both make some money. How that sound? Comment down below if you would like the opportunity and you got your funds ready.
Let's see what people said about this one. Okay, hold on, y'all. One brief second. I'm going to fix this screen so that we can look at the comments better. Hold on. Let's see. I wish I could move that middle out. Actually, it's a way to do it. I just don't know how. I need to create a screen for when we're looking at that type of stuff. Anyway, that should be big enough. Can y'all see that? So let's look at some of these comments. Shit. Men cheat because they want to. Okay, Peach. Don't you make a video about getting up, getting dressed, and keeping your hair done, feeling good about yourself? Or didn't you? You need to practice what you preach. Stop with the bullshit. Her eyes look like she cry all day. Girl, bye. Have you forgotten how you threatened that young lady that sent you some designer fake nails? You acted so horrible towards her. Nobody wants to do nothing with you. I'm glad somebody telling her. Even Beyonce pays for her hair, sis. A service is a service. Amen. So no shade. So you know some shade is coming. But is this what is meant by her going to work? So this is what happens while the kids are in school and Wood is at home with the twins. So this is uninterrupted time that could be spent with the twins. On some days, maybe she does. I've just missed it. And where is choice? Right? Let your husband do it for you in y'all homemade barbershop hair salon. Girl, bye. I hope no one responds because she will be ready to fight again. You mean ready to get her behind mollywopped? You can take Peaches out the hood, but you can't take the scamming out of Peaches. Girl, bye. That is too funny. She talked to be talking. If I was a stylist, I'd jump on that opportunity. Baby, you are few and far between because not many people have said that leave Peach alone. It's okay if she wants to look like Celie off the color purple. Don't forget they saying you pregnant too. Girl, bye. Not this again. Baby, when I tell you these folks is not fooled up with Peaches, too funny. What happened to $700? Now she bought it way down to 169. Because ain't nobody gonna do it at 700. She know better. I wouldn't pay that lady not even a penny. I wish I might. Peach is a very nasty person. Yep. The more she lies, the tighter that nose flares. She gonna be around here looking like Jazz in a minute. Pay you to do your hair? Is she serious? I wouldn't want my name or business attached to her. In her head, she don't realize who she is. I mean, she's really that delusional in my opinion. Like it's something wrong with her. I guess her soft woman phase was only for the beginning of the summer. Right. Always trying to hustle folks. Like it's a privilege to do her hair. Girl, and then she wants you to take the hair down too. Shit me. No ma'am. Would not. What Mysterious say? Yep, she's serious, child. She is hella serious. So that's the last video we're gonna look at for now. I really just wanted to get that out there. I wanted to go, look at the fact that she has the nerve to say depression is a choice. Also, the fact of how she is trying to manipulate and really control people in her content by using that I know y'all ain't like me shit. Come on, girl. Hey, Cancer. How do I miss your lives? But I always watch the replay. Okay, thank you, love. Now I did not have the notice up for very long prior to going live. I am gonna work on that. This was just a last minute live. I had a goal of how many pieces of content. Y'all know let me go and put myself back up on the screen, y'all, since right, Cheryl. Like that girl said, Beyonce even paid her hairstylist. Ain't nobody out here getting no free press off of doing nobody hair that's a piece of shit. That's what it is, Regina. She does not have money to get it done, claiming that she's making 20,000, but um when you take care of a house like she does, I don't think she's making 20,000 anymore. And I think she does realize that down the road things are going to get more and more ugly. Yeah, I definitely have been trying to be more organized. That's the biggest thing that I struggle with is the organization of things, making sure things are how they need to be. And like I'm still out of town. I'm not back home yet, although y'all know I'm homeless in the streets, Chad. Your girl out here homeless in the streets, but I'm trying to hold it together, y'all. I'm trying. But I had to come and shoot me a bonnets and BS today, honey. I ain't did one of these in a long time because Peach need to be held to task on the things that she do and the things that she say. They need to stop treating her as if she's somebody special and that it's okay for her to act the way she acts just because she makes money. Like that needs to be gone. Also, all this shit with her kids. Oh, this is what people are supposed to do. No shit, Sherlock. You're a fucking mama. You're supposed to mother, whatever that means. That's why they call it mothering, because to each different child, that could be a different situation. So she needs to do better. Right, right. Honey, put some holy water up there. She gonna keep on. Somebody gonna. I'm gonna let that go. 20,000 sounds like a lot, but remember she's taking care of 10 other people plus herself. That money goes quick. It does, but let's be honest. I don't think she's making that consistently. She probably makes between 10 and 20. And let's look real quick. I feel like her I will be doing one saying she'll be on the docket for this week. Um let's look at her views. Now, Peach's views in the last 30 days. Now she averages around 9 million views on YouTube. And right now she's got 9.8 million views. So she's not doing horrible. Um yeah, she's not doing horrible. Um she's at 9.8 million, so you know, I think I just answered that. I will be doing to Tania Joyner is her name. She'll be on the docket this week. So will Zanadia. So will Tiana. I'm definitely trying to pull all of the people that we talk about. We'll be going over to the Henrys this week as well. So we're not gonna just stay in this one little small spot. We're gonna be growing and doing some other stuff out here. So stay tuned for that, guys. Now she pays a daycare. I believe, according to what's being said, that defects came back to her house. Do I have something on my face? Um, and if they came to her house, they're probably paying for the daycare. Um, I believe they are. Yeah, I believe they're paying just because they're trying to get her household in order. Wood's saying that he can't be home every day. She's saying she got to work. So they're doing what they can, I believe. Yeah. Anyway, guys, that's all I have for you all today. Thank y'all for giving me an hour of y'all time. Please, guys, like the video if you have not done so already. please be sure to share your thoughts with us. Also, please be sure to share the video if you care. I really appreciate that. Y'all know I'm out here in these streets, child. I got my head on a swivel because I'm homeless out here according to Sky. So I can't be online too long, y'all. Y'all know I gotta watch. As a Florida taxpayer, that really gets me mad. She makes enough money to take care of her own kids. And quite frankly, she not only makes enough money to handle things, if she was a responsible mother and not set up and had all these damn kids, that's also something that would have been would have helped her situation. She wouldn't have such a burden. Yeah. Why does this sound like a closing speech when I just came in? Hey, Cajun, I'm so sorry, boo. But yeah, we've been on here for an hour and 20 minutes. We are actually headed out. I hope you will hit that replay. And I'll be back live tomorrow, guys. I think. We'll do a live tomorrow. We'll do a live tomorrow. I probably won't post a video tomorrow, but we'll do a live tomorrow. Okay? So thank y'all so very much. I'm so sorry that you I will also, again, as I stated, when I put this video up that I was going live, I didn't have it up for very long announcing the live prior to the live. I will be sure to work on that because that will help you guys get a notification. But I think you need at least an hour. Like I need to put it up an hour before I'm going live, and that way the notification will come through. I'll work on that. I definitely will. So, y'all be sure to look out for that. Make sure that not only are you a subscriber, but that you have your post notifications on for all events. Yeah, and y'all be sure y'all share my videos too. Watching them will also help you guys get notifications. So, I'll make sure I work hard to stay organized, get organized, stay organized, and let you guys know what we'll be talking about. And I'm probably going to put up a poll asking what's the best time of days for videos, like things that you guys want to see and things of that nature. Like, do you want me to go live at 2 in the afternoon or put up a video too? Like, what's the best times a day for going live for you all? So I'm going to put that up. And like I said, I will see you guys in the next one, and I will do a live for y'all tomorrow. And if something happens and I can't do it, I definitely will let y'all know. So thank you so very much for taking the time to check out this video today. I really appreciate y'all. I do. I really appreciate y'all. I really appreciate y'all. It is a privilege for me to do this for you guys, to be on here. And yes, this was a bonnets and bullshit. That's why I got the bonnet on. I'm also going to try to show my face more. I don't know that it necessarily matters, but I want to do everything I can to present in a way that you guys will enjoy here. And I know that it's, putting more effort in to have to come on here and show my face. So I can't be walking around here with trash all over my face. Now, I'm doing a bonnets and bullshit, so I got a bonnet on. Most of the time I have my little thing on. But anyway, guys, I'm going to work on that. Thank y'all so very much. And you guys have a great evening as well. I will definitely see you all in the next video. Bye.
What is the look? So many things I've got to tell you, but I'm afraid I don't know how. 'Cause there's a possibility that you look at me differently, love. Ever since the first moment I spoke your name, from then on I knew that by you being in my life, things were destined to change. 'Cause love, so many people use your name in vain. Love, those who have faith in you sometimes ups and downs, the joys and hurts.